It's time for football in the town once called Terminus. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday night primetime contest. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. Prater ready to get this one going. Monday night prime time is underway. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. Juke the defender. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out is a master in overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game, but he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything that comes his way in the NFL.
It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
We hear about basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ball game.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. To the air with Penix. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Penix working from the gun. He's running for it. Into the ground he goes, sliding to a stop well short here, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. Brandon Codrington on the Bills' return. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. So now the Bills will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
He won the MVP award. We all knew he'd capture at some point of his career. And to me, Katie really did so because he further elevated everybody around him. That's what MVPs do. It's exactly what Josh did a season ago.
First tone of the game for James Cook. They aren't getting anything here, Brock. They're actually going to lose some. Back to the 10.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And this is going to be halted just before he can reach the 30. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Buffalo.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Allen fires out wide, complete. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10 now. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Allen on 3rd and 2. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Possibly an early indicator of where they're going to want to go when they want important yards, Brock. Didn't need that much on 3rd down, but they chose to throw for it instead of run it.
Yeah, one of the things about that down and distance is you typically get man-to-man coverage. So I don't mind that call, being aggressive, but you got to find a way to execute.
He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the 2nd time. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Falcons. 1st down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
36-yard line.
1st down, ball at the 36. Staying with Robinson. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he's going to have this one down in the 37. 16 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Markers reset. Ball at the 37. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Bishop on the tackle. It's a pick at the 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the 34. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
3rd down, it's Penix. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Field goal attempts coming up from John Parker Romo. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Brandon Condrington to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. First call here coming from the shotgun. Play action now, Allen. To the right, pulled in by Palmer. And this one does not go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Downfield, and Shakir has it. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills pull ahead 6-3 in the first.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Matt Prater for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills take a 4-point lead.
Falcons 3.
Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Penix. He takes it himself. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Falcons will have a first.
It's a gain of 20. That's good.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. On 1st down, here's Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I love that. No, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. They send a man in motion. On second down, Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Penix on 3rd down. Gets this one to London. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy can turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And gets a few on the punch forward.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the 19. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Falcons hold a slim 2-point lead early. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
John Parker Romo out to try the point after.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons push their lead to 3.
Falcons 10, Bills 7.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Ty Johnson now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one's quickly to Shakir. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
First down.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. From the 39. Here's a screen for Cook. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Simply put, Kate, that's his job well done by the defense. You get a completion on 2nd down and go backwards, that's some pretty superhuman effort and want to from this defense.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here's Allen. Catch made, left side by Palmer. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Josh Palmer. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Bills.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
On first down, Allen. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And now it's second down.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Allen gonna throw again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Got a man, that's Kincaid. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
Number 86, Dalton Kincaid. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Falcons' 37-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Allen on the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
First down.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. It's Allen out of the pistol. Drops it off to Cook. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Putting a receiver in motion. Allen on 3rd and short. This is brought in by Coleman. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a second quarter lead. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Prater on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills take a 4-point lead.
14. Falcons 10.
Prater on to send it away. Here's Agnew on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Penix. And he goes down. The Bills got to him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on second down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. Another try following the sack. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, it's Robinson. Well, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Back deep for the Bills, Brandon Condrington. And he hauls in right near the 40-yard line. The Bills and Joshua Palmer set to go to work again. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. DeMarco Hellings there on the stop.
This offense has now left some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, but very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the 43. Well, right side, and Shakir has it. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing now on first down. Allen connects on the crosser. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
I like crossing routes versus zone coverage. Man, do I love crossing routes versus man-to-man. So hard on those defenders to stick with those receivers all the way across the field. Even for the best athletes at that position, those throws are almost impossible to stop.
And not from the pistol to Cook. And his progress is stopped, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Another one for Cook. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on third down.
You know, some positive yardage here, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Again, it's Cook. Trying to get this one outside, Brock, but he did not make it. They stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. He's short.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I will give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Matt Prater on for the field goal try. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Prater puts it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding the spread for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Prater on to send it away. McLeod now returning it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. Escapes a defender. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
It's really hard, Kate, to get 100-yard games, right? Defenses in this league pride themselves on keeping rushers short of 100. But if you're going to hit that century mark, it's going to take runs just like that one.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he gets him around 6 there. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Here's the counter give to Robinson. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Pick up a 5 on that play, and it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Penix gets this one to Tyler Algier. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Penix here from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 4th and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Up and good from Romo. And it dropped that down now to a 4-point game.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Cotterington now to return it. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First call here coming from the shotgun. Man in motion here. Allen now on 1st down. He's marking over to something here and just chucks it away.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down. But there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
We'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Connecting on the slant. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious gaps. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. To throw again, it's Allen. Left side into the hands of Shakir. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
1st down, Bill.
Oftentimes, play calling's like chess. You got to have just the right move. And in this case, well, that is checkmate. That's a crossing route versus man coverage. Just the right choice, and they got a completion out of it.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. And it's the Bills who have 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills grow their lead just before halftime. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Prater on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills drive their lead to 11.
Falcons 13.
Now Prater on to send it away. McLeod now returning it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Falcons, running back Bijan Robinson, getting set to begin another drive. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here.
Shorty got that body out of no time, set up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Penix working from the gun. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts, and they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Robinson on the inside give. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through 1 tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. To the air with Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work down coming up. Here's Penix to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Buffalo calls it 2nd timeout of the half. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Bradley Pinion on now to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen are ready to get back to work now on offense. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. 1st down throw for Allen. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Downfield, and Shakir has it. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our 3rd quarter gets underway. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Johnson with a return here. Jukes out a 1-stop. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. So to begin the 3rd, it's going to be the Buffalo offense we see first. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Allen. Has him on a quick hitter. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. This is Cook. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. This is Cook on the handoff. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shakir in motion right. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They send a man in motion. Allen from the gun here on 3rd. Hits him on the out route. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. They'll go. Allen. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
1st and 10 from the 41. Again, Allen to the air. Here's a screen for Cook. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You could see that screen develop as the lineman pull right out in front. Sets up a nice game. Love to see a running back utilize the big man in front of him.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Allen gonna throw again. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. Wow, and he's about as close to the 1st as you can get, partner. Down to the 31, but didn't get it. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. On the sneak, it's Allen. And they take him down right along the 30. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Allen setting up play action. To the right, pulled in by Palmer. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
1st down, Bill.
Now it's Cook. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
9-yard line.
They'll run it with Cook. And he stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Allen looking to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills grow the lead coming out of halftime. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Prater on for the PAT.
For the point after.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills push their lead to 18.
31. Falcons 13.
Now Prater on to send it away. McLeod now returning it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Falcons, running back Bijan Robinson, getting set to begin another drive. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Falcons will have a first.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Throwing now on 1st down. Penix. Completed over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
On 1st down, here's Penix. It is cut left side. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. The 43. Steps up, and he's running with it. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Falcons. 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
They're set up at the 35 now. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Another carry for Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
At the 22-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10. A give to Algier on the inside handoff. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Penix. He's got London left side. And give him 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set up 3rd and very short.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it. And then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
A tie in baseball, Kate, well, we know it goes to the runner. A tie at the line of scrimmage on a sneak, well, in this case, it goes to the defense.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. Putting the tight end in motion. 4th down, here's Penix. That one's caught by Mooney. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
So close to getting off the field. The 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, sit on the bench to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Penix working from the gun. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Penix here from the gun. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Falcons start the 2nd half with some needed points. Michael Penix Jr., the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons make it an 11-point ball game. All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Cotterington now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Left side into the hands of Shakir. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Here's 2nd and 5. Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
1st
trying this run up the gut. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 47. Front pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So that brings up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Bills with a punt team out there. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. The Falcons, the running back Bijan Robinson, getting set to begin another drive. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. First call here coming from the shotgun. Throwing, Penix. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Making that throw into double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch. A whole bunch of bodies around him.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Penix looking to pass. Hits him on the end route. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
1st down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Finds a man right side. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 39. Getting out to his left. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's another Falcon. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Here's Robinson up the middle. He finds space into the red zone. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
That's good.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
1st down from the red zone. He's going to tuck it and run. And he will slide down just a little bit shy of getting that first down, but able to avoid the hit. Smart play there, and that's going to set up 2nd and 1 at most.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Falcons now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Here's Penix and the Falcons. They're looking to tack on 2 more.
The Falcons will line up for the...
He's throwing for it! And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late.
Bills 31, Falcons 28.
Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Cotterington now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
And the Bills first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks you can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And that effort yields him about 3 yards there. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 41. That's complete to Coleman out left. And no gain after the catch, but the gain still out across midfield. There to the 45. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. Now we see after that play, one of the Falcons having some trouble out there. They'll head out to look at him. Offense to the line for second down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. So they're left facing third and long. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness that's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Matt Prater on now as we see how he handles this moment. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Got all of it, and this is good. And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Now Prater on to send it away. Here's Agnew on the return. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Penix. Finds the in route complete. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They'll get 18 yards there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. A run here with Robinson. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Just shy of midfield. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Staying with Robinson. Hop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
He'll throw it. Finds him on the slant. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. It's a pickup. Well, Sean McDermott didn't like that call. We can tell he's got the challenge flag out.
Play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So Sean McDermott's challenge unsuccessful. The call stands. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now Penix off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Back to their own side of the field now, Brock. This is second and long. Another try following the sack. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Back to throw it. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance. Desperation time here. This could decide things. It's intercepted. Taylor rapping to pick that one off.
As an offense, you never want to play this game in a state of desperation. That's what so much of that felt like. Forcing you to go for it, forcing you to pass. I think forcing the quarterback to get rid of it and take a chance, that was just less than ideal all the way around.
Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. Jukes one defender. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
And the Bills first down.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. And off to Cook here, out of his own read. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. And the defense choosing not to let the 2-minute warning run just yet. They're going to call time, 2:06 left in our contest.
Pickup. 2nd and 6.
Come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. It's Allen out of the pistol. Now he takes it. And they will face a 3rd down here, Brock, but not by much. Good effort to challenge for it. He reaches the 43. It's a gain of 4 there, and that's good for a Bills first down. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time, 1:55 to go.
First down, Buffalo.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock. But the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
2nd down. Probably going to see him kneel it again here. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Look at this. Oh, he lost the football. And the Falcons scoop it up. Only a little bit of a run after he recovered the fumble, but their offense is going to be happy as they take over possession.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Now hang on, they want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game.
The previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Setting up for the kneel down on third. The final kneel down here, and that should put a bow on this one. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills as we say goodbye from Atlanta.